Getting your Pennsylvania property and casualty license is a big step. Here's what you need to know for 2026. The biggest change for the 2026 exam is a major one. As of April 29, 2025, Pennsylvania no longer requires pre-licensing education. Under Act 142 of 2024, the old 24-hour course mandate was repealed. This means you can register directly with the testing vendor, PSI, without completing a preliminary course. While this removes a barrier, preparation is still crucial. The exam is 150 questions long with a 70% passing score, so structured study remains the key to success. Let's break down the exam itself. Most candidates take the Combined Property and Casualty exam, Series 1606. It consists of 150 multiple-choice questions, and you'll need to answer at least 105 correctly to achieve the 70% passing score. The exam fee is $53, and it's administered by PSI Services. You can take it at an in-person test center or online with a proctor. Best of all, you receive your pass or fail result immediately after finishing the exam. Pennsylvania's auto insurance rules are a heavily tested topic. You must know the state's minimum liability limits, which are 15/30/5. That's $15,000 for bodily injury per person, $30,000 per accident, and $5,000 for property damage. Additionally, every policy must include at least $5,000 in first-party medical benefits. Just as important is mastering the state's tort options. Drivers must choose between limited tort, which restricts their right to sue for pain and suffering, and full tort, which preserves that right. Beyond auto insurance, the exam features unique property topics specific to Pennsylvania. Be prepared for questions on the Pennsylvania FAIR Plan, which is the state's residual market program for providing basic property insurance to high-risk properties that can't find coverage elsewhere. You should also understand mine subsidence coverage. This is a state-backed program that protects against ground collapse from abandoned coal mines, a distinct risk in many parts of the state. Knowing these signature Pennsylvania topics will give you a definite advantage. Passing the exam is a huge accomplishment, but it's not the final step. To get your license, you must immediately apply through NIPR or CIRCON and pay the $55 resident license fee. Next, you are required to complete a fingerprint-based SBI background check. You must register for this at an IdentoGo center using the specific Pennsylvania Insurance Department service code 1TAY-GBGJ. Be sure to complete your application before scheduling your fingerprinting appointment to avoid any processing delays. Once you're licensed, you'll need to maintain it by completing Continuing Education, or CE. Pennsylvania requires producers to complete 24 hours of CE every 2 years to renew their license. The 2026 rules include specific requirements within that total. For property and casualty licensees, 3 of the 24 hours must be dedicated to ethics, and another 2 hours must cover flood insurance. Staying current with these CE requirements is mandatory to keep your license active and in good standing with the state. You're ready to take the next step. Everything we've covered today, from the new pre-licensing rules to Pennsylvania's specific tort options and CE requirements, is detailed in our free study materials. Visit openexamprep.com to access hundreds of practice questions with detailed explanations and a complete study guide. Don't pay for expensive courses. Start your free Pennsylvania PNC exam prep right now.